Before I start, I just want to acknowledge the presentation going on behind me. These are some of my favorite shots that I've taken in nature, and while they really don't have much to do with my speech, I just like them, and nature has been proven to calm people down. So because it's the start of AP week, I thought that we all could just use kind of a thing to calm us down. It's the first day of school. It's one of those hot days, but not the good kind of hot, the sticky kind. You arrive to your first class, you sit down in that plastic chair, and it seems that no matter how many fans are blowing in that classroom, it's still 110 degrees. Then the teacher starts to talk. So everyone, go around and say your name, where you're from, and a fun fact about yourself. And by your fifth class of the day, you've come up with your fun fact. My fun fact is that I'm a beekeeper, and I have been one for 11 years. See, most people hear that and jump straight to, oh my God, it must be so nice to never have to buy any honey. And while, yes, it's true, I don't have to buy honey from the supermarket, I don't really like honey. And I'm significantly more interested in the science and what I can learn from honeybees. I'm enthralled with how honeybees work and why they are so crucial to human survival. I'm still not quite sure why my parents agreed to humor my 7-year-old's request, but I'm really glad they did, because not only did my honeybees, who I fondly refer to as my ladies, inspire my college essay, but they've taught me so much more than how to be a better beekeeper and about natural science. One of the first lessons that I've learned from my honeybees is the importance of a collaborative environment rather than a cutthroat one. The best advances in human history, while usually only credited to one person, have a whole team behind them. See, competition is necessary for the economy and a whole other host of reasons, but I firmly believe that collaboration is the key to accomplishing great things. See, honeybees literally cannot survive without working together to make honey from the flowers they pollinate. Without their collaborative environment, everyone sitting in this room would not have the food that we enjoy. The options that we have in our dining hall wouldn't be available to us. And I think it's pretty incredible that something so small is responsible for so many billion-dollar industries, like the almond industry. See, collaboration strengthens us, and by building each other up, we go further. We have more ideas, we invent more, and who knows, maybe we'll even save the planet while we're at it. Having a vision in mind is so important, but not losing sight of said vision is even more so. Honeybees obviously have a very narrow-minded vision: to collect enough pollen to make enough honey to make it through the winter so they don't starve to death. But that applies to us as well. While our visions tend to be a little more open-ended, we still have the same end goal: to survive and thrive in whatever circumstances we are placed under. The most cliche goal, but I can promise you it's true, is that you never stop learning. I don't know if I learned this from my honeybees or as a byproduct of beekeeping in general, but I've become a better beekeeper through trial and error. My honeybees have swarmed. I've learned about honeybee communication and colony collapse disorder, which scientists have yet to figure out a cause. To commemorate all the new things I learn, I keep a list on my phone. One of my favorites on that list is that the word aggressive actually comes from the Latin word egressus, which means to surpass or to go beyond. And I think that's kind of cool, just Latin and English. And I think the most evident lesson is that there is someone who will have a profound impact on your life. For honeybees, that's the queen. But I don't think it's as easy to spot in our own lives, because I've had friends, family, faculty members, and teachers broaden my scope of learning. Just to name a few who have influenced me through academics: Griff, who has made me a better, more well-rounded musician; Mr. Davis, who has inadvertently given me a ton more work as I plan on continuing my studies in environmental science as a second major; Magister McCampbell, who has taught me that things may not always be in the order you expect; Ms. Holmes, who taught me to communicate through the English language; and lastly, Ms. Perkins, who will stab you in the front one minute and then teach you something profound about the book you are reading the next. This is from sophomore year during our Othello unit, and quite frankly, one of my favorite photos. Lastly, bees scientifically shouldn't be able to fly. And I'm sure a ton of people know this from the Bee Movie because they start off with it, but It's true. To paraphrase Mary Kay Ash, the bee doesn't know it's not supposed to be able to fly, so it keeps on flying. And quite frankly, I believe humans can fly like bees. Maybe not literally, but I think we have the ability to change the world. Other than physically altering it, which is already happening at a very, very alarming rate, we can make a difference. And to me, that is flying. Thank you.